immunity from all prosecution in writing, legally valid, from the British government till the British time. Just 2 generations now, those gurus are getting prosecuted. Lawfare is being done. False accusations are put. They are prosecuted left, right, center. Of course, Kanchi Shankaracharya proved he is innocent and came out. But what happened to that organization? What happened to that mutt? What happened to himself? Was he able to stand back? The criminally negligent Hindus did not have gratitude for all the work he has done. The criminally negligent Hindus are not realizing the anti-Hindus are attacking the real Hindus because he stood for the Hindus and sticked his neck out, his head was cut. That's all. So that is like a message. No one else should stick their neck out for Hinduism. I tell you, I realized this truth. If I don't build the proper legitimate fort, legal protection, even if I work for 100 years and build the Hindu ecosystem, I don't want to say what would have happened. I know very clearly. I know very clearly. I know very clearly. I wanted to tell all my disciples, listen. The good news I have for all of you is, by the grace of Paramashiva, we already have a sovereign territory in more than one place for Kailasa and diplomatic relationship with many countries for Kailasa, and I am safe. We are going to be safe forever. That is the good news I have for all my disciples. So all your effort, you are all putting time, treasure, talent and building this Kailasa will be useful forever. It cannot be hijacked, destroyed by anyone, because I made a proper foundation, protection, fortress. Then started building the honeycomb. I did the first things first. Be very clear. Be very clear. First things first.
Yes, Swamiji has created this Kailasa nation, bringing that legitimacy to all the Hindus by giving us all the first nation, the sovereign nation of Kailasa, to doing the first thing first in such a way that everything that we contribute protect forever. And Kailasa through Sarvingapita is not just going to be there for few hundred years, but rather few thousands of years it's going to be there, serving the whole of the humanity. So your decision to become a Sarvingapita Yajman is going to serve the humanity eternally. And on that note, it's my pleasure to welcome Ma Asha Vishwanath from California to our segment today.
Nithyananda.
Thank you so much for joining the segment today. And I'm sure all of us are really excited and looking forward to hear from you, your journey, your moments with Avatar. You've attended so many programs, so many beautiful blessings and darshans from Swamiji. Would like to hear from you what really inspired you in this journey and how Swamiji made your life magical.
Nithyananda, thank you. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go
ahead. So my journey with Swamiji started in 2007 when my friend Chitra invited me to come to watch him at Dianza College, locally here. And so I went to the college. It was just in a classroom, and we were sitting there, and I saw someone walking down, and he looked just like Swami Vivekananda, walking so magnificently, down the steps and sitting at the chair in the front. And literally the first sentence he said was, "I am here to revive the Vedic tradition." Those are the exact words he used. And I don't know what it is, but something rang in me with it. It's a soul-to-soul connection is all I can say, that made a powerful connection right at that time. But it took me a while, like everything else. I'm in the logical mind, to connect to someone, etc. Right? But the journey started then. I attended all local programs here to do the basic courses. And then after that, attended a lot of programs in LA. We used to go in carpools and vans. It was a great experience. We used to drive on Friday nights, go on the weekend, drive back on Sunday night, back to work on Monday. And nothing could happen like that without his energy.
Wow.
And
so this was which year, no? Back in 2000?
This was 2007, 2008.
Okay.
And also 2009. Yeah, end of 2009 before he left from the US. And so it was an excellent experience to go deeper and deeper in connection. And the whole idea is like, we don't even know why, but things fall in place.
Wow.
We don't question. We just have to have that icha, that intention. And it just happened. Time off from work happened. Weekend, somebody was there to take care of my children. And I just went. And didn't worry about how am I going to do this overnight trip and stay awake over there. We all went to a certain hotel over there. That experience during those years was just amazing.
Ma Asha, I'm not able to hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Please.
Better? Okay. Yeah. So he had invited you, and he said, as part of the darshan, he said, make sure that you come to the LA temple inauguration. Okay. And I said, yes, Swamiji. And I said, okay. And then later on, they were planning to do on a certain date. I was planning to go there at that time. But suddenly they had changed the date to make it earlier. And I didn't know about that. And I was at a friend's house and I was talking to her about Swamiji, and I was just typing in the word Nithyananda, getting into the website. As I'm doing that, I get a call from LA, and immediately they say, I'm part of the San Jose Sangha here, right? So I'm here in San Jose area. And so we all used to group and go. And then this friend was just talking to me, and immediately I get a phone call from LA, and they're saying, oh, we're opening earlier, come over. And that's it, right? Right when I'm telling someone, enriching someone, that happens. And then after that, I'm figuring out, okay, now how am I going to take time off? How am I going to manage the house, leave the house and leave the kids, etc. And then everything fell in place again. And I landed up at the opening just as he blessed, right?
Wow.
And so these are the kind of things that I think he pulls us like a magnet towards him without us even knowing what it is. And the way he talks to you in Energy Darshan, it's like, so compassionate. And there's someone there to take care of you, your father, your mother, everything, right? And then similarly in India, when I went to all the programs also, right, we look forward to that Energy Darshan. And of course, when you go up there, we forget everything because we don't want anything. We're just completely blank. So I always made sure I wrote down on paper. Sometimes I'd be embarrassed. I've got 2 sheets of paper. One time I wrote a very short one. And then I somebody on the side who was helping one of the volunteers was showing him the sheet. And I'm wondering and I'm thinking, it's like, oh, okay, he blessed me, but he didn't look at my sheet. And then I was feeling sad. I said, okay, that's okay. Maybe, he just didn't look at it, whatever. And whatever I wrote on that, I'd asked for a special darshan for the next day, during the next day darshan. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, that means he's read it. And I didn't see him looking at the paper, right? So that doubt was cleared. And very often, he with the conversation, he'll bring up and ask questions, etc. So that journey kept going. Of course, been to so many programs in India and over here. And each time it only gets us closer and closer to the oneness. And there's never a dull moment, literally. Nothing is repeated. Everything is new. Every 2 weeks is bringing something new. And when he did the kriyas, I used to go from work directly to the temple, our San Jose temple, which is in Milpitas. And I will go every evening after work because he introduced a new kriya. And I never knew that I could ever do something like, Nirahara Samyama, right? Couple of times I just went back, but then he asked us to come to the temple every day for darshan. That made such a huge difference to make that happen. And so, being part of with doing so many things, and there's so many stories that make us sting. And the key thing is, when we are really troubled for something and something's bothering us, someone from the Sangha will call, or we'll watch a satsang, or we'll read something. It just happens. And this has happened to other people too. They'll say, you called at the right time. Can you go for a walk with me? Can we talk? And so amongst us devotees itself, that'll happen. Sometimes the message will come from somebody outside of the Sangha too, but somehow we know that he's hearing it. And attending these Zoom programs, these such a blessing, because throughout COVID, I think we were just gliding through. I have no idea how those 2.5 years went by sitting inside. And I'm a person who's always going outdoors, and there's so much to do. But kind of shapes the path also, like, what you want to go and what you want to do, etc. Everything keeps changing as we go along. And as far as the Sarvangapita Ejaman, that the intention was, it was clear. It's just to want to be part of the Kailasa, right? So that's why that intention was there and came up strong. You start in a small way, but I know things will happen, things will fall in place, and I'll be able to reach it. I just have to trust and surrender, learning more and more to surrender, and talk to Swamiji about that. And that's why all the blessings we get when we do all these PSM programs, MPSM program, I should say, is it's an amazing experience, and people should definitely make their attempts to attend these programs, because it does take us into a different space completely. And each of us, the key thing is each of us have our own experiences in our own ways. There's nothing big or nothing small. And this was taught to me, like the person one of the sannyasis who was here in San Jose, when I went for my first IA in Inner Awakening in 2012. And she said, go with no expectations. Experiences of everybody is very different. And we just meet the best people. And yeah, it's like, when we've met in programs also before, it's like we share with each other, right? And then we learn so much and get inspired. It's like a fire spark. This sparks us. And Ma Snemai, Ma Divyananda, all of them in our local Sangha, they work so hard to keep us all connected, re-invite us, and so warm. So many pujas we have in our temple. All those make a huge difference in our life to face challenges. And life's not easy all the time, right? Each of us have our own challenges.
That's so beautiful, Mad, because you brought various elements, like how Swamiji attends to each and every darshan. When you talk about it, I also remember so many moments, in the initial days. We write pages and pages and give it to Swamiji. He just takes a look at it and then that's it. He attends to every single line. He remembers it, and the next day or the next coming days, Swamiji will tell the exact line, whatever we wrote, and then says, okay, you've written this, and I'm attending to this. This is how you're going to come out of this problem. So always it feels like, how is Swamiji able to do it? And every single time we used to have at least 500 to 800 people sitting there, and each and every person giving that one piece of darshan letter. And Swamiji remembers it and ensures that it is getting attended. and the reality is caused. He follows up, he makes sure that we're all feeling comfortable and empowered, most importantly. So, that's very
Very true.
important, beautiful thing that you brought out there.
And I have one thing that came to my mind when you said that. There's a beautiful large photo in that
Yeah.
main hall in Bidadi of Swamiji. And now you talked about Meenakshi just before this. So it was interesting. So there was a parrot that stayed with him for a while,
Yes.
right? And it came
Yes.
from Madurai. And
Yes.
during our IA, the parrot was there. Meenakshi was there. And she'll sit on his shoulder and keep pecking around and all that stuff, right? So on the wall, there was a beautiful photo of Swamiji with the parrot, Meenakshi, on his shoulder.
Mhm.
And so, as part of the darshan, I said, Swamiji, I want a copy of that photo. And it's a simple request, but something that came from deep down, right?
Mhm.
And then, so he said, no problem. And immediately he looked at someone and said, get that ready by tomorrow. Okay. And then get her that ready. I said, okay. And then I went off. Next day, they brought the photo and I took it. And I was like, oh, thank you so much. And they gave it and he was going to bless it. He took
Wow.
one look at it. And I thought everything was fine, right? He took one look at it. He told the person there, right? He says, no, this is not the exact same one. And there was a minor difference, very minor difference. None of us could even figure it. He says, no, go back to your database and find the exact same one. He said. And I didn't want to let go of that photo, so I want to hold on to it, right? He said, nope. Next day, they brought back. Like
Actually,
precision.
you also remind me about one more thing, man. Like in NPD, Nithyananda, we have about, already we have about more than 200,000 pictures are uploaded there. Swamiji remembers every single of that photo, every single photo that's there in Nithyananda, and he will remind us, okay, go and take this picture. I will be with this person, and this is the angle. Every time Swamiji gives that instruction and guidance, it really leaves me with, oh God, how is it Swamiji able to do it every single time? And throughout all the 30 years of his public life, it makes me feel that every moment Swamiji was living through it, intensely pouring life, conscious and hardworking. That is why he's able to do it so effortlessly, even till today, really inspiring all of us. Otherwise, 200,000 photos are there, and many of it, what got released is only 10% of what Swamiji lived through the 30 years. And Swamiji always shares about this picture with this person, and this is the photo, this is the angle. Like exactly how you said, there's a minute differences. Always we come back and say, okay, this is the photo, Swamiji. Swamiji says, no, this is not the photo. There'll be one more version of it. So it's like, it's something so phenomenal how Swamiji shares all these beautiful things. It is so beautiful how you are able to catch all these subtle things, but actually that left a deep experience in all of us, right? So it's so beautiful, Ma, what you brought it up today.
Thank you, Ma. Because for me, I have to tell you frankly that most of the things, the connection is more soul to soul and very little things like that.
Yes.
And how it reinforces to make sure. And I've always stayed connected through ups and downs. Whatever happens doesn't matter. What others say doesn't matter. And but that is so true to that he keeps us that way, right? He keeps us in that space and helps us in the process. And all we need is trust, right? And one of the energy darshans, that's exactly what I asked him. I said, Swamiji, help me to always stay connected with you. So he said, it's easy for him to be connected to us. He said, yes, I bless you that you'll always be connected with me.
Wow.
And he has also blessed me with enlightenment recently during those programs. And he says, don't worry. And I told him, I want you and my Shirdi Baba to be together when I leave this body and have my enlightenment. He said, yes, I will be there. It's such a blessing, right?
Beautiful, beautiful. So, you've been there with Swamiji, more than a decade, and you've seen Swamiji how he cares for each and every being. Millions of people have received these darshans and healing requests and everything. How do you see this contribution of Kailasa as a sovereign nation to whole of Hindus? We just saw the video where Swamiji is explaining the importance of why we actually need a Hindu nation. How do you see that this huge, push, breakthrough that Swamiji has given for Kailasa as the nation, as a sovereign nation for all the Hindus. How do you see this huge breakthrough for Hindus?
So I always tell people that when I introduce Swamiji to them also, I always tell them, I've read about a lot of gurus, I've been to a lot of them, and my Sadguru is always like, Shri Baba, but there is a reason why I came to Swamiji. And I said, what I see in him is like everything put together, like everybody put together, all the different things. I cannot imagine anybody in history who can even achieve so much in all ways. It's not just only in the process of, it's not just some satsangs here and there, or, it's like the overall thing of what he's achieved, how he's used technology, how he progresses, and despite all the whichever direction that people come and try to stop him, he has found amazing ways and unbelievable. Some of these are just unfathomable and unbelievable. And then how many people do we know in history who can transfer energy to other people and give so many powers? When we watch the Gurukul kids, it's like, how can people not even believe that this is so amazing, right? I don't know what words to use, but it's like any doubts, they should be able to just watch the people manifesting all these powers. And I'm just amazed. And like I said before, I may not personally levitate or have all those other physical, effects, but that soul to soul connection of little things that click and give me that bliss here and there, and me feeling how great he is, those are the ways. And that's why I'm saying this is so much in our tradition. Now I'm able to talk to people and say, hey, this was in our tradition, and we've learned so much about our temples, about our history. Exactly what he said about reviving the Vedic tradition is his mission, right? And nothing can stop this mission. He may take gaps of whenever people come and hurdle, but this venture, what he's doing is exactly the way to preserve. Like he said, the honeycomb can be put for build a fortress. That's exactly what he's working on. And that's, I think, the motivation for everyone who really gets it to wait, to kind of, he'll manifest it for us. He'll make it happen. And we just have to follow him. We're just little, channels and little puppets there. It's like, but it will happen. And so it's just again unheard of, and we've learned so much. Like I went to Bali, right, for the program one time, and it's like we see so many Indian traditions out there. It's like which we didn't, which would not have happened if someone those days also didn't work on it. So this will be a real transformation for the preservation of Hinduism.
Beautiful. That's so, once again, you actually brought out a very important dimension of why we need Kailasa. And you also want to share, what really inspires you to work on this manifestation of Samadhi Yajman. Why do you feel that everybody should take this opportunity and start working on manifesting Samadhi Yajman?
So I think it's a great opportunity, first of all, to experience Swamiji's power and Swamiji's blessings. And so taking that first step of even having the intention, there's nothing wrong in having an intention, such a great intention, right? And give it a try. Just ride along, go for a ride, see what all happens, hear the stories of other people, and believe. And the biggest problem I have also is self-doubt. Oh, it's going to happen to others, but not me. So you got to keep pushing that aside and say, yes, it's possible for me too. These kind of things will happen. And that's why I think, just as Swamiji says, manifestation of power, just play with it. So this is a big play, but don't think of it as big. Just give it a shot and say, hey, these things are going to happen. I just need to first clear my inner space and be open and to receive it. And
Beautiful.
once we have a strong Icha, we know in the Hindu tradition, strong Icha is a sincere one, is what is going to make things happen, right? And so how it happens, we don't know. Everyone has their own story. And so, so if somebody wants to be another storyteller by telling what happens, then this is the chance. Start small, and then you'll find a way. It'll just keep happening. And I'm sure there's so many people who've already reached a state who can say that. So have that trust and, the Shraddha.
That's really beautiful, Ma. Just having that intention strongly, and we taking our steps, whatever we can from our understanding and capacity. When we start taking steps, Swamiji, with His grace and compassion, is going to bless us all with millions of opportunities and possibilities on which how we can manifest this reality of becoming the 7 feet Yajman. And it's really a pleasure to have you today. So many beautiful nuances, so many beautiful dimensions you brought it out about Swamiji. Thank you so much for that. I'm sure all the viewers are enjoying the segment as much as I'm personally doing.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda.
So it was Ma Asha Vishwanath from California who shared her journey with Swamiji and how Swamiji attends to all the requests and blessings from millions of devotees out there, and how Swamiji has established Super Kailasa. So requesting all the participants and viewers today, let's take this moment, really let's take this moment to become the Sarvagya Yajman. You can start your journey with whatever you have. Let's start your journey somewhere. And with Swamiji's grace and blessings by Shivaratri, all of us will be able to manifest Sarvagya Yajman. So let's take this moment to sign up the intention, and with Swamiji's grace and blessings, it's going to simply manifest. Right. Now, also, let us do the third eye scan for people. Whoever has not got the breakthrough yet, you're looking for really a solution how we can overcome this issue and manifest Sarvapita. So whatever you may have the questions, please put a gist of who you are and also post what you wanted to share, right? So yes. So requesting all the participants and viewers today, whoever wants a third eye scan with Swamiji's grace and blessings, let us all sit together and work sincerely towards manifesting Samanya Pita by Shivaratri. So all the people whoever is working towards that or want to work towards that, you can post your name in the chat and the YouTube video, and also in the MPSN group. Yes. Requesting all the viewers and participants, whoever would like to have a third eye scan for all the obstacles that you're facing in manifesting SJP, you can post that in the YouTube chat, Facebook chat, and also in the MPSN group. Right. And we have here Hiranmai, who's requesting for third eye scan. So I request my Hiranmai to please sit straight. Close your eyes and let's chant the Mahabharata. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Yes. So, Mahiranmai, one thing that Swamiji showed me was, it is time that you realize that you need to take responsibility for the decisions and choices that you're making in life. Whatever choices you have made, don't analyze, right? Just take responsibility for the choice. You will see, when you take responsibility for the choice, Swamiji will start manifesting in your microcosmic body. Literally, that manifestation will start happening inside you the moment you take responsibility for it. So I request you to take responsibility for this manifestation. You will see how Swamiji will beautifully make it happen for you and everyone else. Right. So coming to the end of this segment, I'm sure all of you really enjoyed learning about Madhurayadinam and how Swamiji is reviving all of that, and the beautiful nuances that Ma Asha Vishwanath brought it out to the segment today, how Swamiji literally attends to every single person's request. And this is a beautiful opportunity for one and all, where all of us can become part of Swamiji's extensions. This is the time when the Garbha Gala, when the Kailasa is getting formed, and every single contribution of yours during this time is so valuable and so precious, not only for you, but actually as a being, as a family, you'll be able to experience such huge transformation and breakthrough the moment you say yes to this. So I request everybody not to miss this opportunity. Sign up for sksjp.org/contribute. Right. And with this note, yes, and with this note, we will be moving to the next segment, the most awaited moment of the day, which is receiving the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism manifesting as the Somaskandhar Murthy. So requesting everybody to please sit straight, and you can turn on your video camera. Please be on the video camera during darshans at least. It is so important for us to get the Nayana Diksha of Swamiji. So therefore, requesting everybody to take this moment and get ready for this beautiful darshan of Swamiji, who's going to manifest as one of the 64 manifestations of Paramashivam, which is Somaskandhar Murthy. And let's get ready. Yes. So as we are getting ready for the most awaited segment of the day, the Darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam manifesting as Somaskandhar Murthy, I request all the participants to take this moment to share your gratitude message to Swamiji. How grateful you're feeling just being part of the sessions, listening to all the powerful cognition that Swamiji has been sharing and doing the power manifestation. Just take 2 minutes to share your powerful cognitions from all the sessions today in the Facebook group. Yes. And one other thing that I would like to share with all of you is being part of Sarvangipita. It is the best gift that you can give to yourself. The reason being, it just gives them leap, quantum jump from where you are to where you want to be. All of us want to be Paramashiva, and just for us to experience that quantum leap, quantum faith, quantum jump, all we need to do is sign up for the Sarvangipita Yajaman and take the step. Your first step literally defines the quantum jump that you want to take in life. If you feel that, yes, quantum leap is what I want, I don't want this linear progression, then all you need to do is just start working for manifesting SJP. Literally, this one thing, if you start doing it sincerely, you will see how all the other things around it will simply fall in place. Right? So all we need to do is just sign up in the link that's been shown, skshp.org/contribute. Yes. And let us all get ready for this amazing darshan, where Swamiji is going to manifest as one of the 64 manifestations of Paramashiva.
Nithyananda. We just had a very beautiful session listening to how each sampradaya, each tradition as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Swamiji single-handedly is reviving, pulling the whole chariot together to revive the glory of Hinduism to how it was. To bring us all back. And now it is time for all of us to very happy and out.
Paramashiva. Inhale and exhale deeply with 25 heads and 7 visualize, meditate, connect with him.
Somaskandhar, this form of Paramashiva that all of us are going to be having the darshan of today, this form of Paramashiva is a form in which he takes Skanda, Subramanya, who slays the Asura, the Surapadma Asura, who is like wreaking a havoc amongst the Devas. And Subramanya is born from Paramashiva's own third eye, and he slays the Asura, he slays Surapadma. And this form of Paramashiva, as we all can see, Paramashiva Shakti and Subramanya is seated and gracing all of us. Somaskandhar is a form of Paramashiva. So once happens that when Surapadma starts wreaking a havoc amongst the Devas, he is unable to handle, all the Devas are unable to handle, and they all go and pray, and they are all unable to withstand the tortures of Surapadma. And all the Devas appeal to Paramashiva, and Paramashiva blesses them with a warrior who would be able to take down the demonic Asura, and thus the birth of Subramanya happens. Very beautifully, Paramashiva says how it just creates Subramanya through his third eye. And just as from flame of his third eye, Subramanya manifests, he happens. So it's a very, very beautiful description or happening. And Subramanya is a unique expression of Paramashiva's bioenergy from his third eye. The male component, bioenergy, is Paramashiva's. The female component, the biomemory, is from Paramashiva Shakti. So today we are having darshan of this very form of Paramashiva. Yes. Now, all of us are going to be preparing to receive darshan of this very form of Paramashiva as he blesses all of us as Somaskandhar. And all the participants that are there with us, let's all get ready to receive darshan of Paramashiva as Somaskandhar today. All of us are blessed to be receiving this darshan directly from Swamiji.
And during the darshan, what is going to be happening inside of us is something phenomenal. Like all of us invariably experience the awakening of Kundalini Shakti. That is the awakening of Kundalini Shakti. When that happens inside of us, it helps in various fronts, be it effects like anti-aging or your entire brain getting awakened inside you. It helps you in every aspect. Whether it is the power manifestation or whether it is you manifesting your own job or you wanting to be a better person for yourself, you will see how this really helps you. Just you need to be sitting in a darshan, that's all. Apart from that, there's nothing much for you to do. But you will see what transformation it brings forth inside of you just by sitting in the presence of Him. That's the power of the presence of Swamiji. And when these deities are landing physically for us to experience them, the kind of vibration, the kind of space that they create, and how that space impacts our space, something that's extremely rare and phenomenal. Like, you will have an explosion of positivity that's happening inside of you. Suddenly, you will see so much of transformation, which even without your effort is seamlessly happening inside of you. So, today we are going to be experiencing one such phenomenal darshan, the darshan of Bhagavan Somaskandhar. And during this, you will see all the auspicious qualities, components, powers of Somaskandhar will start manifesting inside of each one of us. You will see how you will be victorious in anything that you want to take, and you will get the power of Somaskandhar awakened inside.
And this happens a very, very simple yet a very powerful process called quantum entanglement, where anywhere that you are sitting, many viewers that are watching us on YouTube and on Facebook, no matter where you are, no matter what time you are in, or no matter what is your background, whether you know anything about Hinduism at all, it doesn't matter. This science is so powerful. It is called the process of Shaktini Pada in Hinduism, that just by seeing, just by having the Naina Diksha, just by you seeing the avatar, your brain starts mirroring the neurons that it happens in Swamiji's brain. So literally your brain reflects that of the avatar's brain. And what happens is, in this point in time, your entire brain cells all are awakened, all are activated, and at that point in time, all of us get to manifest these higher states of Paramashivam. So let us all get ready to receive this darshan. Every one of you that is sitting with us, get ready to sit back and enjoy this very, very beautiful darshan we are going to be receiving. Any obstacles you have anywhere in life that you want to achieve victory, anywhere you want to achieve any successful anything success in life, you can pray to this form of Paramashivam. Now, let us all get ready to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. I request all the participants to please take a few minutes and get ready. I request all of you to set up your space in such a way to not get distracted for the next 30 or 40 minutes as you're all sitting and having the darshan of Swamiji. Just be in the space of gratitude and enjoy the Bhava Samadhi darshan. All of the participants that are here, we are sure that each of you are gaining so much of invaluable gifts, initiations, powerful cognitions. Get ready for the Bhava Samadhi darshan with the Dhyana Shloka. Sorry for the technical glitch. We apologize for the technical glitch to everyone. And yeah, now let us all get ready. I see that many of you have not yet been settled in front of the camera.
We
I
request
request
everyone.
all of you to please come and be seated.
Yes, and we request everyone, see, understand what we are going to be experiencing, enlightenment through entanglement. Understand that. It's phenomenon of entanglement, which is even described as per the quantum physics, has been known for a millennia in our Sanatana Hindu Dharma, which Swamiji has survived. And today, all of us are going to be experiencing this phenomenon inside each one of us. And you just need to be sitting here, and Swamiji will do everything for you. So for this purpose, it's very important that you are seated, because all that is required is just you need to sit. Everything else Swamiji will do for you. Understand, even scientists like Einstein used only 13% of his brain, and the rest were non-mechanical part of the brain, which is actually a storehouse of extraordinary powers, be it telepathy, be it materialization. So awakening of Kundalini directly awakens these non-mechanical parts of the brain and makes you more productive, more conscious, and extremely intuitive. This Kundalini Shakti can be awakened through few ways. First, understanding the right principles and doing the right pranayama or kriya, and initiation. It's only the initiation from the master which is the most safest route, because in this initiation, it's just an energy transfer that just happens merely by the will of the master. And that's what Swamiji is opening to all of us. Swamiji is going to be initiating all of us. And you just need to be in that pure space of gratitude.
And in this is a very, very powerful process in Hinduism, which has the potential to transform each of our lives and deepen our connection with Paramashiva, divine, or the highest consciousness, as we call it. This process is centered on giving each of us this initiation, transferring of these higher powers and higher states of consciousness to us. And its goal is to give us all the experience of Paramashivam. That is why Swamiji himself is coming. So to fully benefit from this process, to fully benefit from this darshan, it is important that each of you come with an open heart and a willingness to let go of all your distractions, any negative thoughts, any incompletions, all your distractions, just let go of it. Because this is a time for you to connect with your inner self and to tap into the power of Bhava Samadhi Darshan, the power of oneness. So, in preparation for this experience, I request every one of you to find a very quiet and a comfortable place where you can sit and completely bring your awareness, enjoying the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And you all also can light a dhupa, some or a lamp in front of the screen as we all receive the darshan from Swamiji, and create a completely blissful atmosphere around you. And as we all begin this process, we will be guiding you all to a meditation so that you can come to the deep meditative space of gratitude. And from there, we will delve into the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Now, we request every one of you to get ready to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. We will now be chanting the Dhyana Shloka, the sacred chant, which describes the form of Somaskandhar Murthy as per Agamas. We will now be chanting the Dhyana Shloka for all of you. This form of Paramashiva, the Somaskandhar Murthy, is described as follows in the Agamas. The verse that we all will be chanting is going to be directly from the Somasambhu Paddhati. दक्षालम्बितवामपदं कृष्णं मृगं चाभयम् टङ्कं बाधदं वरं च कटैक बिभ्राणया वामके वामालम्बितनिद्रत्यत्पदादेव्यायुतं मध्यतः स्कन्दो नाब्जकरद्वयेन सहितं सोमागुहेशं भजे. In this same space, let us all get ready to receive the Bhava. रक्षालम्बितवामनिद्रितपदं कृष्णं मृगां चाभयम् टङ्कं चाददतं वरं च कटकैर्बिभ्राणया वामके वामालम्बितनिद्रितान्यपदया देव्यायुतं मध्यतः स्कन्देनाब्जकरद्वयेन सहितं सोमागुहेशं भजे. Now, in this same space, let us all get ready to receive the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam.
Connecting with the divine with your eyes closed is meditation. Connecting with the divine with your eyes open is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
Iswar जगदीश कमल नयन हे हृदय विहारी योग अवतारा नित्येश्वरी प्रेममायि त्रिभुवन मोहिनी पापविनाशिनी वेदकलावधि कल्याणदायिनी नित्यनारायणी शिवशक्तीश्वरी महादेवा शिव शम्भो शङ्कर शङ्कर शरणम् पंकज शरणं सद्गुरुदेवा नित्य गुरुदेवा नित्यानन्दमयी नित्येश्वरिणी ईश्वर नित्या नित्यनन्दन जय जगत् जगदीश कमल नयन हे हृदय विहारी योग अवतारा निरंजन ज्योति स्वरूपा ओम नमः शिवाय नित्याय नमः ओम सदा शिवरंजनी नित्य निरंजनी मंगल गुरुमाता नित्येश्वरिणी ईश्वर नित्या नित्यानंदन जय जगत् जगदीश कमल नयन हे हृदय विहारी नित्य अवतारा नित्य अवतारा नित्य अवतारा नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे कमला नयन देवादिदेवा नित्यानंद नित्य साथ स्वरूपणे कमला नयन देवादिदेवा नित्यानंदा स्वरूपणे कमला नयना देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा ब्रह्मा विष्णु हर हर महादेवा आदिपराशक्ति नित्यपराशक्ति ब्रह्मा विष्णु हर हर महादेवा आदिपराशक्ति नित्यपराशक्ति अखिल जगत की नित्या अखिल जगत की नित्या दया शंकर सांब शिवो शंभो नित्य शिवो शंभो सांब शिवो शंभो नित्य शिवो शंभो नित्यानंदा नित्य शांत स्वरूपणे कमला नयना देवादिदेवा नित्यानंदा
चलो 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 रे चलो 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 रे கண்கள் மூடினாலும் கனவில் வந்து நித்யன் நித்திரை தராமல் என தொல்லை தந்து கண்கள் மூடினாலும் கனவில் வந்து நித்யன் நித்திரை தராமல் என தொல்லை தந்து அக்கறையுடனே என் சித்தம் தெளிய அக்கறையுடனே என் சித்தம் தெளிய சொப்பனத்தில் நல்லதொரு ஞானம் தந்தவன் என் சொப்பனத்தில் நல்லதொரு ஞானம் தந்தவன் நித்யனை கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து எப்படி உரைத்தால் என்ன நித்யனவன் உளம் கவர்ந்தான் செப்படி வித்தை செய்தால் என்ன பித்தனவன் அன்பால் அணைத்தார் என்னை பித்தனவன் அன்பால் அணைத்தார் அவனை கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது பேசுகின்ற தாய்மொழியும் மறந்து விட்டேன் கள்வன் நித்யனவன் பேரை மட்டும் மனனம் செய்தேன் பேசுகின்ற தாய்மொழியும் மறந்து விட்டேன் கள்வன் நித்யனவன் பேரை மட்டும் மனனம் செய்தேன் என் தன் வாழ்வின் பொருளான அவன் காதல் பெறவே வாழ்வின் பொருளான அவன் காதல் பெறவே வேள்விகள் புரிந்தே அவன் பாதம் பணிந்தேன் பல வேள்விகள் புரிந்தே அவன் பாதம் பணிந்தேன் நித்தியதை கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்றவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது கண்டது முதல் கண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது செய்யும் செயல் யாவையுமே சென்று உரைத்தேன் சொல்லும்படி வேதமென்றே கடைபிடித்தேன் செய்யும் செயல் யாவையுமே சென்று உரைத்தேன் சொல்லும்படி வேதமென்றே கடைபிடித்தேன் சற்று வம்புகள் செய்வான் அதையும் ரசித்து விட்டேன் வாழ்வில் ஒளியாய் மலர்ந்தான் புதிதாய் பிறந்து விட்டேன் நானும் புதிதாய் பிறந்து விட்டேன் நித்யனை கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது கண்டது முதல் பேதை மனம் பித்து கொண்டது கண்கள் காணுகின்ற யாவையும் அவன் ரூபமானது சொல்ல ஒரு வார்த்தையை காட்டு
It was such a beautiful darshan. We had just now what darshan we all experienced. All you need to do is just enjoy this space. You will see how the transformation starts happening to you. I request all of you to take a few minutes now and share with us how was your experience during this darshan. How did you experience it? Take a few minutes and post it on Facebook. We thank each and every single of the viewers that have joined us through the various social media platforms today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you just had a glimpse of the darshans that happens in Paramashivam. This divine audience with the avatar, where the deities themselves land in the physical form. We have it as long sessions directly sitting at the feet of Swamiji, having two-way video conferencing with Swamiji. So now, any of you that wants to experience this experience, where you get your Nayana Diksha, the initiation, just through the look of the avatar, sign up for Paramashivam so that you can experience. And thank you so much. Now, with this, we're moving to the further sessions.
And we thank all the viewers that are